How well do you know your rights? Think back to when you were in American history or civics and you had the big amendments test. You had to know all of them. Raise your hand if you know some of them. Now keep your hand up if one of the ones you remember is the 14th Amendment. A lot of hands went down. Just think how you not knowing that and him not knowing cost him his life. That's my cousin Brian. And every night after work, he would call, text, or FaceTime me telling me about how he had a horrible day at work because his manager chose to discriminate him based on who he slept with that night. Every week leading up to Christmas, we would all go to my grandmother's house and have a Christmas dinner. And on December 23rd, 2012, he finally came out to our family as a gay man in hopes of bringing his fiance home. Everyone in my family, because we're very religious, was very skeptical about it, to the point where my grandmother kicked him out of our home and called him the devil's child. On December 24th, 2012, Brian was found dead on the side of the highway with a note attached to his shirt saying I died for being who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Natalia Fletcher, and I'm here to educate you on sexual orientation discrimination. The last sentence of the 14th Amendment, Section A, Part 1 states, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property based on sex, religion, or color, but not sexual preference. Throughout my presentation, you will see the three main things any homosexual has to face throughout their life, including limited job opportunities, home ownership, and religious participation. 43% of gay or transgender workers face some sort of discrimination throughout their work life, and between that 43, 8 to 17% have reported being fired because of their sexual preference. Major companies like Macy's, Toys R Us, or even Belk, they hire people based on the applicant's background and their appearance. When a woman walks into Toys R Us with her son and sees a homosexual man working, her first instinct is to grab her son and run to the next aisle, assuming that his gayness will rub off on her child. The next aisle she goes to, a heterosexual man could be working, and that way she feels somewhat safe, not knowing that that man could be a registered sex offender. Scenarios like that and many others are things that homosexuals face every day, to the point where the LGBT community as a whole brings in an average $10,000 of income annually. On here, you can see that there are 32 states in our country that don't have any protection for LGBT community. Even here in North Carolina, there are no there's no protection offered to anyone. But you have states out in the West that have full protection for gender identity and sexual orientation. The Fair Housing Act of 1968 prohibits the outlaw of renting or selling a home based on religion, national origin, sex or race, but not sexual preference. Advocate Magazine did a study on a young lesbian couple in hopes of them renting a home. The landlady refused them the home, describing their relationship as too unique. She then sent them an email saying, your unique relationship will become the town focus. The couple was unable to file a police report because there is no law protecting them. The Fair Housing Act was implemented about 49 years ago and is still being challenged today in society. Religion is an intrinsic American value that many people defend passionately. When you go to church or any religious service that you attend, you're not under the impression that you're going to get discriminated in a place where everyone is supposedly loved. Religion has been used in hostile ways, from scaring off the LGBT community in hopes of gaining money and support from the government. Then you have famous TV preacher and host of the 700 Club, Pat Robertson, who has been known for his harsh words against the community. He has went in many interviews saying that LGBT community is full of people who are considered as a disease that carry on, and he even goes beyond his ways of relating the LGBT community to Hitler. Describing those kind of people together, it's far overfetched. Because of things that he said back in the 80s and many other preachers now say about the LGBT community, the community as a whole refrains from participating in religious practices. For my service, I did a handful of things. First, I went to the Charlotte Pride. If you don't know what that is, it's a weekend, usually right before school, held in Charlotte, uptown, where they kind of talk about like the gay rights that need to be put in place. One day they do a festival, the next day they do a parade. And this one, it was a video of just the flag moving, so I puts it into a picture. And then here you see the man holding a quote. It says, you are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you. It's actually from the Bible itself. And then shortly after that, many rioters came by. And then this one, you have major schools like UNC Charlotte and USC come out and help support the LGBT community. And this one, this is Time Out Youth. It's an organization uptown that kind of houses questioning queer and from ages 11 to 20. This is the inside of it, is where they have their peer talk, tea time, and music therapy. That's the outside with all the different flags representing LGBT. There's many more, but that's just a few, and then that's me walking in. And it's just more pictures from the parade. This is a building and epicenter. It's the nightlife of Charlotte. They're showing their support by lighting the top of their building. And then major corporations like Wachovia and PNC were also a part of the parade helping out. And then those were just some flowers restaurants had on their tables. As you can see on his shirt, it says Born This Way. It's from the song by Lady Gaga called Born This Way. Many celebrities like Lady Gaga, Madonna, and Britney Spears incorporate the LGBT community in their music and lifestyle because they are showing their support. So that's him saying that he was born this way. Small organizations help out the LGBT community by housing them and for homeless and or struggling community. And then major organizations like the Human Rights Campaign help bring people together for justice for all people. America is starting small with LGBT rights, but it needs to become a bigger focus. One's rights should not be stopped just because of who they sleep with at night. Thank you. And what questions do you have?
After this project, do you think homosexual individuals will have more protection in all states?
Well, not just after my project, because I'm just one person. I feel that people like this topic needs to be addressed more because it's a big issue at hand. Like, yeah, we help with Black rights and all that. But now we need to like help more people. We can't just stop. So I hope that it does get fixed.
Do you think that the government will provide protection for
Hopefully in the future, yes. It's just that the more non-violent marches we have, that it will bring awareness to the government. Most challenging would be trying to get my voice be heard. Being as I am only 17, people kind of take me lightly, which is something that like I take to heart, especially with this topic. So just being heard in a violent way is definitely a big thing.
one more time?